I grew up watching a woman wake before the sun, not because she was forced to, but because responsibility called her name softly, and she answered. She moved through the morning like purpose lived in her bones. No applause, no spotlight, just steady effort, repeated every day until effort became power. She was not loud about her dreams. She didn't post them or announce them. She carried them like fragile glass, careful not to drop them in a world that laughs at hope. Her strength was not anger, it was patience, the kind that waits, works, and wins slowly. People think success is sudden. They see the finish line and forget the miles of quiet walking. But she knew better. She knew success is built while no one is watching, while doubts whisper, while tired hands keep moving anyway. As a wife, she learned that love is not just feeling. Love is effort on hard days. Love is choosing kindness when silence would be easier. Love is holding the family together with unseen stitches of sacrifice and care. She worked with her hands, her mind, and her heart. Some days she failed. Some days she cried quietly so no one would feel burdened. But every morning, she stood again. Not because she was fearless, but because she refused to quit. Virtue was not something she talked about. It was something she practiced. Honesty when lying would help. Loyalty when walking away would hurt less. Discipline when comfort was tempting. These choices shaped her more than talent ever could. Resilience did not mean she was never tired. It meant she rested, then returned stronger. It meant bending without breaking, learning without bitterness, growing without losing softness. She understood that life tests everyone, but it rewards those who respond with integrity. When the world pushed her down, she didn't become cruel. She became wiser. To the teens listening now, strength doesn't mean being hard. It means being steady. You don't need to rush your life. You don't need to prove everything today. Build habits, build character, build patience. These will carry you further than speed ever could. Hard work is not punishment, it is training. Every small task done well is teaching you how to handle bigger ones later. Don't look down on small beginnings. Even mountains start as dust. As a woman, she learned her power was not in competing with others, but in mastering herself. Comparison steals joy, focus builds skill. When she stopped measuring her worth against others, her confidence became unshakable. She failed exams, she failed plans, she trusted people who disappointed her, but none of that defined her. What defined her was how she responded. She learned, she adjusted, she continued. Success for her was not just money or praise. Success was peace at night. Success was knowing she tried honestly. Success was raising her family with values, not just comfort. She taught without lecturing. By example, she showed that discipline creates freedom, that saying no to distractions creates space for purpose, that daily effort beats rare motivation. If you feel lost, remember this. You don't need the whole map. You just need the next right step. Take it with care. Take it with courage. Your future self is watching you right now. Every choice you make is either helping them or hurting them. Choose wisely, but don't be afraid. Growth always feels uncomfortable at first. She believed that humans are not separate from nature. Like seasons, we have times of growth, rest, loss, and renewal. Winter does not mean failure. It means preparation. When life slowed her down, she listened. When it challenged her, she adapted. She trusted that just like the sun returns every morning, effort returns results in time. Look up at the sky sometimes. Remember you are part of something vast and ordered. Your breath follows the same rhythm as the tides. Your struggles are small compared to the universe, but your effort still matters. Align your actions with honesty. Align your thoughts with patience. Align your dreams with service, not ego. When you move in harmony with nature and the cosmos, life stops fighting you and starts guiding you. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. Walk your path with humility and courage. The universe rewards those who build, not those who boast. She learned early that life doesn't always clap for effort. Sometimes it stays silent. But silence is not rejection. Silence is space where discipline grows. She kept going even when no one noticed, because her promise was not to people, but to her own future. Every day tested her patience. Dishes piled up. Responsibilities waited. Dreams felt far away. Yet she treated small duties with respect. She understood that how you handle the little things shows how you'll handle the big ones. She never believed in shortcuts. She believed in roots. Strong roots hold you steady when storms come. She watered her roots with learning, routine, and faith in slow progress. As a wife, she realized partnership is not perfection, it's teamwork. Some days she carried more weight. Other days she leaned on support. Love was not about keeping score. It was about building together. She faced moments when quitting felt reasonable, when resting felt permanent. But she reminded herself that feelings pass, while consequences stay. So she acted based on values, not moods. Wisdom came to her not through easy wins, but through mistakes. She listened when life corrected her. Instead of becoming bitter, she became better. That choice changed everything. She taught herself to speak kindly to herself. Harsh inner words weaken the spirit. Gentle truth strengthens it. When she failed, she didn't insult herself. She asked, "What can I learn?" To the teens listening, your inner voice matters more than outside noise. Protect it. Feed it encouragement and honesty. Don't let temporary failure convince you of permanent weakness. Hard work does not always feel inspiring. Most days it feels ordinary, but ordinary effort, repeated long enough, creates extraordinary results. That's the secret no one sells. She didn't wait to feel ready. She acted while afraid. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is movement despite fear. Every step forward trained her confidence. People misunderstood her quiet nature. They thought silence meant weakness. They were wrong. Silence was where she planned, where she healed, where she focused. She learned that success doesn't require losing softness. Strength and kindness can live together. You can be firm without being cruel, ambitious without being selfish. When others rushed, she paced herself. Life is not a race, it's a rhythm. Burnout comes from ignoring your limits. Longevity comes from respecting. She rested without guilt. Rest was not laziness, it was maintenance. Even the earth rests between harvests. So do humans. She believed virtue was power. Telling the truth built trust. Keeping promises built respect. Doing the right thing when no one watched built character. There were moments when the world rewarded dishonesty faster, but she waited. She knew shortcuts collapse under pressure. Integrity stands. To anyone feeling behind, stop comparing timelines. A seed planted today is not late, it's just beginning. Growth happens underground before it shows above. She learned to forgive, not because people deserved it, but because she deserved peace. Carrying anger weighed her down. Letting go lifted her forward. As responsibilities grew, so did her discipline. She planned her days, guarded her energy, and chose focus over distraction. Discipline became freedom. She didn't chase attention, she chased improvement. Attention fades, skill compounds. When fear of failure whispered, she answered with effort. When doubt questioned her worth, she answered with action. She let results speak. She understood that success is not owned, it is rented, and rent is due every day. Consistency pays it. To teens dreaming big, dreams need structure, goals need habits, motivation starts things, discipline finishes them. She stayed humble when praised, grounded when criticized. Balanced emotions made her stable. Stability made her reliable. Reliability built trust. She believed life responds to energy. When she worked with sincerity, life met her halfway. When she resisted lessons, life repeated them louder. Nature taught her patience. Trees don't rush, rivers don't argue, stars don't compete, yet all of them shine in their time. She aligned her life with cycles: work, rest, speak, listen, try, reflect. Balance kept her strong. When she felt small under the night sky, she didn't feel meaningless. She felt connected, part of something ancient and ongoing. You are not separate from the universe. You are made of it. The same force that moves planets moves your breath. Trust that rhythm. When you act with honesty, effort, and care, you move in harmony with the cosmos. Resistance fades, guidance appears. She knew every step mattered. Even tiny, unseen progress mattered. Folding laundry, answering calls, learning something new. These were bricks in the foundation of her future. She understood that greatness grows slowly, often in silence. Every challenge was a lesson. When plans failed, she studied why. When people disappointed her, she observed patterns. She transformed setbacks into knowledge. Failure was not defeat, it was feedback. She never let fear decide her life. Fear would whisper, "You're not ready, you'll fail." But she answered with courage, "I will try anyway." This simple choice created unstoppable momentum. To teens seeking purpose, courage is a muscle. You grow it by acting despite fear. Each step strengthens your confidence, even if the outcome isn't perfect. Consistency matters more than perfection. She built discipline like armor, not the kind that is heavy or suffocating, but protective. Discipline kept her commitments. It shielded her from distraction. It transformed dreams into reality. She learned to honor her body. Sleep, food, and movement were not punishments, they were tools. A sharp mind and strong body carry goals further than pure talent ever could. She also honored her mind, reading, thinking, reflecting. These were seeds of wisdom. Knowledge without application is like water in a cup with holes. She poured effort into both learning and doing. Love, she realized, was active. It was not always grand gestures. It was listening when no one else did, helping without recognition, and being present even when tired. Kindness was strength disguised as softness. She valued relationships, but not all of them. She let go of people who drained her energy or clouded her judgment. Saying no became a tool to protect her focus and values. Every day, she practiced gratitude, not as a trend, but as a lifeline. Gratitude kept her eyes open to small blessings, even when challenges felt overwhelming. Joy grows in noticing what is already good. She believed virtue is invisible power, patience, honesty, loyalty, and kindness. These are quiet forces shaping destiny. Others may overlook them, but the universe rewards them endlessly. Resilience was her daily companion. Not a dramatic kind, but the subtle strength to rise after every stumble. Life bends you, but she bent without breaking. She absorbed lessons and kept moving forward. She knew that thoughts become actions. She guarded her mind as a garden, removing weeds of negativity and planting seeds of hope, ambition, and focus. What you think is what you grow. She did not crave praise. Praise is fleeting. Satisfaction from doing your best lasts. Internal validation is permanent. External validation is temporary. She honored the rhythm of life. Work hard, rest well, speak kindly, listen deeply, give energy, replenish energy, respect cycles, whether day and night or seasons of life. Alignment brings peace. Even when tired, she smiled, not because life was easy, but because strength shines brightest in quiet perseverance. Smiling is a choice, resilience is an act. To teens, energy spent on negativity is energy stolen from dreams. Protect your mind, protect your focus. Small choices repeated daily build enormous power over time. She saw the connection between effort and joy. Hard work is not punishment, it is preparation. The sweat, the struggle, the late nights, they all build freedom and capability. She never underestimated small victories. Finishing a task, learning a skill, showing kindness, each was a step forward. Life is a collection of these steps, not a single giant leap. Her spirit was rooted like a tree, growing upward while staying grounded. She reached for the stars but kept her feet steady on the earth. Balance between ambition and stability was her superpower. She trusted timing. Seasons change, storms pass, nights end. Growth happens even when invisible. Patience is not passive. It is active trust in life's flow. When doubt knocked, she opened the door carefully. She questioned but then acted anyway. Analysis without action is fear disguised as preparation. Action creates clarity. Her success was layered, not just financial or public, but internal. She could sleep at night knowing she did what she could, what was right, and what mattered. That peace outweighed applause. She respected the lessons in pain. Pain sharpens focus, builds empathy, and reveals inner strength. Avoiding pain avoids growth. Enduring it with grace builds character. She aligned with nature. Just as rivers carve paths over time, she shaped her life steadily. Just as stars follow orbits, she followed principles and rhythms. Alignment with natural laws creates effortless flow. She knew the universe mirrors effort. Plant seeds of good habits, care, focus, and integrity. They return in abundance. Plant weeds of distraction, laziness, or dishonesty. They grow faster than you think. She inspired silently. Others saw her calm, her strength, her wisdom, and they wanted the same. Influence is not in speeches. It is in consistency, effort, and integrity. Her story reminds teens today, you are building your life every day. Every choice, every action, every thought matters. Small steps compound into extraordinary outcomes. Resilience is not rare. Virtue is not outdated. Hard work is not boring. They are the timeless forces that move individuals from ordinary to remarkable. She celebrated progress, not perfection. The journey is more important than the finish line. Every step, even the hardest, is a victory. Every sunrise is an invitation to keep going. She aligned herself with the cosmos. She understood her efforts resonate with universal energy. Life responds to consistency, intention, and virtue. Alignment is not mystical. It is the natural result of intentional living.